This chapter is short, fast, and devastating. 4 kings, 1 generation, total ruin. Yet the book ends not with despair, but with the door reopening, okay? After Josiah's death, the people make Jehoahaz a king, okay? He reigns only 3 months. He does evil. Pharaoh Necho removes him. He's taken to Egypt in chains. The people choose poorly, and Judah immediately loses sovereignty, okay? So the Pharaoh installs Jehoahaz brother, Jehoiakim, okay? Jehoiakim. He reigns 11 years. He does evil. He taxes Judah heavily to pay Egypt, and eventually Babylon rises. King Nebuchadnezzar attacks, and Jehoiakim is bound with bronze shackles, right? So the temple articles are taken to Babylon. Judah is now a pawn between empires. So Jehoiakim reigns 3 months and 10 days. He does evil. Nebuchadnezzar removes him. More temple treasures are taken. Skilled people are exiled, okay? This is the first major deportation. The exile has begun. Judgment is no longer threatened. It's happening, right? So then, Zedekiah is the last king of Judah. His sins are severe. He hardens his heart. He rebels against Babylon. He refuses to humble himself, and he ignores the prophet Jeremiah. He leads priests and people into corruption. The temple is defiled, okay? God keeps sending messengers. Again and again, the Lord sent prophets because he had compassion on his people. But they mocked God's messengers until there was no remedy, right? This is one of the most tragic lines in the Bible. There was no remedy. And Judah crossed the point of return, right? So Nebuchadnezzar returns, this time to end everything. And what happens? Young and old are slaughtered, temple is burned, Jerusalem's walls are torn down, palaces are destroyed, and remaining people are exiled. Only the poorest are left behind. Jerusalem falls in 586 before Christ, and the land finally rests. To fulfill the word of the Lord, the land enjoyed a Sabbath rests. Judah ignored God's Sabbaths. Now the land rests without him. So suddenly the tone changed. Babylon falls, Persia rises. Cyrus issues a decree. The Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and appointed me to build a temple for him in Jerusalem. He declares, anyone among his people, may the Lord his God be with him, and let him go up. The book ends with open gates, not closed ones. Exile is not the final word, right? So what are the key lessons from this chapter? The first lesson is ignoring God's warnings hardens the heart. Judah didn't fall suddenly. It resisted God repeatedly. Second lesson, prophetic voices are mercy, not annoyance. God kept sending messengers because he had compassion. Third lesson, there is a point of no return. There was no remedy. It's the result of prolonged rebellion, okay? Fourth lesson, sin destroys everything it touches. The temple, city, monarchy, all collapse. Fifth lesson, God's judgment is never the end of the story. Cyrus proves God's rules empires and not the other way around. Sixth lesson, restoration begins with obedience. Let him go up as an invitation to rebuild. So the final summary of Chronicles is, Chronicles begins with Aden and ends with Cyrus. It spans all of history to say one thing clearly. God is faithful to his covenant. Human kings fail. God disciplines rebellion. God preserves hope. And God always keeps the Davidic line alive. The exile is not the end. The return, rebuilding, and ultimately the Messiah are coming, okay? So that's how we went this chapter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I see you in the next one.